Hello, everyone. This is just trying to play it, and we are here with Junkyard Builder. Now, I have played this game before, and I, like probably some people, was frustrated with the way the game was at the time. It was a great playable game, but there were some things that we were requesting that weren't there in the beginning, and now it looks like they have listened to us, which I am totally grateful for, and they have added some things to the game that improves it. And for that, we're always grateful to developers who pay attention to their customers. And basically, I'm going to start a whole new one. I'm not going to continue from where I left off because I want to get the full experience of everything. Um, the only thing I've changed is I've changed the weight unit from kilograms to pounds. The 24-hour format does not bother me at all. Um, but the kilograms to pounds, I am from the United States and we do use pounds, and it just makes it a difference. Now, don't get me wrong, I still understand the difference, but it just makes it a little easier, puts it in more perspective for me, and that's just all it is. I also went in and I changed the audio a bit. I don't have everything up as much, um, but I do have it up now. With the music, obviously, we have to be a little careful. I've seen a lot of people complain about copyright things with the music, even with games that have been established. So I'm keeping it down, but hopefully you will hear it in the back. I don't know. We're going to start a new one on my second profile because the first profile I went in to kind of see what was going on, and we're going to continue that. I'm going to continue that on my own. Look at here. Now, this is what I do remember. Everything being tossed all over the place, all kinds of stuff every which way. So, we are going to follow the tutorial as closely as possible. Um, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Because it just, okay. Rotate the object. There you go. Throw the object. There we go. Oh my God. Okay. Throw out 5 paper trash by putting it in the blue dumpster. Will do. Like I said, we're going to follow this as closely as possible, but I am going to rearrange some of this stuff because I didn't like the way it was even when I played it, so I did rearrange a lot of it because I wanted the space to be a little more functional. But right now we're gonna do what it's telling us to do. So we're gonna toss that paper. That's only $10, which is highway robbery. That's two. That is three. This one's four. We can count to five. Oh my goodness. So how is everyone? When I'm recording this on January 2nd. It is obviously the new year, and we have found ourselves in the new year. And I don't know, people make resolutions and things like that, but I kind of don't. I just try to be better this year than I was previous year. And I think that resolutions just, I don't know, I think they're made to be broken. Um, but you make them and you attempt to do them. I applaud you for that because I don't blame you. I think it's just goals that you want to accomplish. Can I get all of them back here? Because it's like what 4 or 5 of these things, and I would love to get them all back here. And then I want to move this one over here. We're gonna start this off. I'm not gonna put them in any kind of order because I don't believe it's necessary. As long as they're all back here, I should be okay. So now we're gonna throw 5 plastic away. So let's get that in there. Let's get that in there and that in there. And then we've got some other ones over here. So we're going to follow this so that it can give us our tutorial. And then usually even in between the tutorials, you're kind of on your own. Search through 5 trash bags, not a problem. Oh, there was money in that one. Look at that. Her bucks. Okay. So now we need to buy the black dumpster. I'm gonna move all of this stuff. Just move it. Move it. I like to move it, move it. Okay, so as I was saying, um, New Year's resolutions, I don't make them. I just try to be better at what it was I was, whatever it is I'm trying to do. And I do sit down and make goals for myself, like financial goals, educational goals, which for me are personal development. I try my best to improve on myself. If I had some issues the previous year, I try to see what it was that I did that created those issues, and I try to fix that. Um, if it's not me, then I try to either figure out what the problem is and then just correct it. If I'm around the wrong people, I don't have the right guidance, things like that. Um, I'm not going to try to say everything is everyone else's fault because it's not. But I am going to say that sometimes there are things you cannot control. We're going to go through all of this and buy all these dumpsters and stuff like that. Anything we can do that the tutorial says do, we're just going to hurry up and do it. Another dumpster is the wood one, which is 75 bucks. But as you can see, all this stuff around here needs to have, I need to have a small amount of order. I can live, see, I think I'm a little different than some people. I can live with a little chaos. I can. But eventually I have to have some sort of structure. And I think there are people out there who don't need structure or who feel like they don't need structure, but I need a little bit. I may not need as much as others, but I do need some. I really do. Uh, can I move this? Oh, yeah. Oh, great. Yeah, that didn't quite work out. You see that? I was trying to move it from the bottom. Yeah, that didn't. And now I'm stuck. Now I'm stuck. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Let's just do what this thing says to do. That's one. That gives me 15. So another 15. Only gonna give me 75 bucks from all of these. We're just gonna do what it says to do. Okay, now we're getting the red one, and I believe that's the last dumpster. And then of course we're gonna have to put something in that dumpster. Oh Lord, 100 bucks leaves me with 90 whole dollars. 90 whole dollars, people. 90. Pick it up. Now I'm supposed to put 5 metal in this thing. And honestly, I think this is a good spot. I move this later on if I feel like I need to, I will. But right now, I think this is functional. I think this makes total sense right here. Total sense. Um, Sometimes you'll have it just thrown around in here. Now, it makes total sense to have them lined up like that. Okay, so I'm supposed to put some metal in here. I should pick the cheapest metal to throw in here, to be honest with you. No. Oh, do you see that? What I'm saying? I think we're just going to pick out a couple of them. Let's just pick out a few and let's just do the tutorial and call it a day. 2, 3. We got 5 right here. Let's just use the 5 that are here. 4 and 5. Bam. Okay. So we're gonna buy the scrap cart now. We have $146. I hope we have enough for this cart. No, we don't. $4 short. Go figure. All right, we're gonna have to get rid of something really quick. $4. $4. $4. You are 3, 8. I Yes. Bam. Okay, let us go back over here and let's do this. I keep hitting E because I'm thinking there's a lot of games where E is the button to interact and to do stuff. So I keep thinking that's the case, but it's just not. And I'm left with four whole dollars. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do some of this stuff probably, at least not right away. But here we go. We have the cart. Put five garbage to the scrap cart. Pick up an item, drag it over to the. Let's just put the cart here. Five items in the scrap cart. One, two, three, four, and five. There we go. We got five in there. Buy the wholesale upgrade. Well, we're not gonna be able to do that right now. Game. We're just not gonna be able to do it right now. Now you see what that did. I took it. I do that a lot. Now I was picking up this thing, put it back in. It didn't register. You got to take it out and put it back in there. I got so frustrated with my other playthrough with that. It was driving me nuts. And I was like, why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? You know, and it's just like, just pick it up, take it out, and put it back in. Don't go crazy with it. Okay, so let's just keep this right here. We need to buy the wholesale upgrade. Let's see, over here at cart. I think it's down here. Yes, it's flashing red, green. So I need 200 bucks. Okay. Now here is where we need to determine what we're going to do. Oh, that is great. Here's where we determine what we're going to do. Now, I'm looking at this, and uh, you can agree or disagree with what I'm about to do right now. Okay, I need to determine what goes because we know we're gonna have uh, where are they? If we go into the computer, let's just go into computer and see what's around that we don't have access to yet. So let's go in here. We're gonna look at containers. We've got all of those. There's some tools we gotta open up. There's delivery point, which I love this, and the gate. There's vehicles that we need to get. Lord knows I want to get to this truck, but this one is gonna help us too. Now the machines, we've got balers, we've got shredders, melting pot, scrap press. So we know eventually we're going to have materials to put in here. The way I like to play, at first when I play something for the very first time, I just play. I do whatever I want to do. I follow the tutorial as much as I can. But I realize I can't just play willy-nilly like that because I end up getting into so much trouble. So I want to have some sort of structure, some sort of criteria that determines what do I quick sell and what do I put in these balers and stuff. So we know we're going to have the paper baler first, the plastic one, the wood shred. Pretty much the very first five levels that we get, starting with level 3, we're going to be getting a new machine. So we need to prep for those machines and make sure we have stuff to go in there. Now, yes, we're going to be able to travel, go to different places. We're going to probably be able to do something with these things as well. But we need to determine, is there a criteria that we want to follow to determine what we scrap and what we, sell, what we put in there. Now, what I'm looking at is this. Okay, you've got this barrel. This is a metal barrel. It's 24 pounds, but it's 13 bucks. To me, that's upside down. Okay, because we're getting less than a dollar. We're not getting a lot for the pounds that we have. So we're getting pennies. And instead, it probably will make sense for us to put these in. In this case, it would be the press, I think it is. Let me look and make sure that I'm talking about the right stuff. Machines. Yes, in the scrap press. So level 7 is where we will go there. These might make sense for us to sell them now because look, we've got 4 pounds of metal for $7. That's over a dollar and something per pound. So that's what I'm looking at. Like this thing, we're putting it in the press. This thing, We need to sell it. Look at that. 8 pounds for 75 bucks. 2 pounds for $3. 24 pounds for 50. This is money just sitting here. Now this one is borderline, but I would still do it because for me this is a positive amount. So that's what I'm looking at here. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. If you've got some different kind, now this I wouldn't. This would go into the press. But see, when I was first playing, okay, when I was first playing, I didn't look at that crap. I was like, yeah, you're in, you're in, you're in. Just toss all this shit in there. Next thing I knew, I was like, dude, you could have maximized your money so much better than that. And that's what I'm going to do right now. Okay? So, here's my plan. Where's my cart? Where's my freaking cart? It's over here. So, I need to, what's in here? Your plastic. So, this plastic is going in here. Bam. This plastic in here because it's worth something. So you see what I'm looking at? It's 4 pounds of plastic for $8. That's $2 a pound. In you go. Same thing with this, I believe. In you go. Um, yeah, in you go. In. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in my workshop. First of all, I probably need to see this stuff here. 20 pounds for 15. It's not worth it. This right here, 20 pounds for 10. Not worth it. Okay. Now, I think, now this one, close. I'm getting $1 per pound. It's going in. Chuck it. I'm in the positive at that point, in my opinion. This one, I'm going backwards. I'm getting 50 cents a pound. Makes no sense. This one, I'm getting less than $1 a pound. Makes no sense. This one, I'm getting $2 a pound. So why would I put this in there and lose money if I can put this in there? Because this one is giving me $8 for 4 pounds. I'm getting $10 for 20 pounds. I'm getting just as much with two. I'm getting more with two of these, and I'm only putting in 8 pounds than with one of these, and I'm putting in 20 pounds. You see what I'm saying here? So correct me if I'm wrong, people, but I didn't pay attention to that. And I hate myself for it because I didn't pay attention to that at first. I just started chucking stuff because I need to get rid of things. I wanted to clean up. I wanted to get all this stuff out of the way. And I'm like, yeah, let's just chuck it, chuck it, chuck it. All of it's free money, free money. But I'm not maximizing my money. And that's one of my goals for the year also. So I'm going to try to do that in even games that I play. Okay? Um, I'm not maximizing my money, and I really need to do that this year because I have some plans. I want to go back home and visit. I want to do a lot of different things. Um, my truck is probably on its last leg. I've been driving my truck for a long, long time, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it's an old freaking truck. And I think it's telling me right now that it's done its job. It needs to be retired. But I'm not willing to let it retire and it's just chugging away. It's like when you don't want to say goodbye. You keep trying to hold on and stuff like that. It's hard to say goodbye. It really is to anything, anyone, anything. It's hard to say goodbye. But I think I might have to say goodbye to my truck. But I do want to replace it with I actually want two vehicles, to be honest with you. I want a truck because I like hauling stuff. I like being able to toss stuff in my trunk and taking it to wherever it needs to go. But I also like um, just using my truck for my vehicle to go long distances. Like I go to auctions and stuff like that. So I enjoy doing that. So now look at this. This is getting sold. Bam. This is getting sold. Bam. That's getting sold. Okay, what's up here? Other. I don't know if I can sell other. Can I sell other? I don't know. I don't know. You are definitely getting sold. Your metal. Get in there. You're too big to go in there. You wouldn't go in there anyway. This thing 80 pounds. It won't fit right now. That's other. I'm gonna hold off on the other. This should get sold, but it won't fit. This should get sold, but it won't fit. I'm gonna leave the other stuff in here because I don't know if I can sell that or if I should wait. You're getting sold. You're getting sold. All of these metal things are out of here. Uh, yes, yes, yes. No, you guys can sit there. 4 pounds for 25 bucks. Yes. These 2 pounds, $5. Yes. 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 And God, yes. Okay. So let's go back out here and you'll see what I'm talking about. Well, you already saw it. So this is how I'm thinking I'm going to do this playthrough. I'm going to try to be smart. Okay. That's metal. And we have to make sure that we're not putting it in the wrong one because we don't get the same amount of money. Trust me, I've done it. It's easy to do it. Sometimes you think you have the thing and then it just disappears. So, metal over here. Metal. Bam. Metal. Bam. Metal. Boom. And we're just going to do this. Get all this metal. Your paper. So you're going to go in there. More paper. Go in there. I love this. This one is probably one of the better ones. You're getting more than $9 a pound for this thing. I have not seen this uh, multiplier in almost anything else, but it's well worth it. This one is also worth it. You're getting 5. Now, I don't know if I can put this in the mix. No, I cannot. So, I don't know what we do with these, but I'm going to set them over here so that I have a collection. This thing needs to be in the press. You can come with, oops, oops, oops. You can come with me. Come on. You're going right in the middle. Bam. Let's see what else. This, you see how the wood is 60, right? But the crate is 30. That's flipped. That's backwards. I'm not trying to do the backward stuff, but I think you get the idea of what I'm saying here. It seems like it's a bit tedious because all of this is free money. This right here, gotta go. Gotta go. 30 bucks, 90 bucks for 30 pounds. Definitely. You know what? While you're sitting there looking at me, bam, in you go. Okay. This one was metal. No, this was other. I can't do anything with other right now. I think that's coming later in my gameplay. Um, so I'm not going to really, what was that? Hold on. Come here. Yeah. See, I didn't even see that. It fell off of the thing. So that's 6 pounds, 30 bucks. In you go. Look at how much money we're accumulating just from those little items. And I think that's going to be, like I said, that's going to be my criteria. This is plastic. Over here you go, buddy. Bam. So we accumulated 445 bucks without having to do a lot, but we've got a lot to do, people. A lot to do. Okay. Let's go back in here. Now this says I'm supposed to get buy the wholesale upgrade. That's from here. Card upgrades, wholesale. 200 bucks. Bingo. Okay. Sell items from the scrap cart. Drive to the area in front of the matching dumpster. Okay. So we're going to do something that's not going to cost us a lot. It's not going to be that one. We're going to look for plastic stuff. There we go. There we go. Bam, in you go. I'm going to go this way. We're going to sit in front of here and E for wholesale. There it is. Now, that didn't get me too much, but I'm fine with it. That's not a lot of a loss. So I'm not going to worry about it. Now we have to buy the hammer. Oh, that's probably in here because it's probably flashing. We have to buy the hammer. Wait, wait, we already have the hammer. I'm so, there we go. We have the hammer. Okay, so we gotta smash something. Smash it. That's 1, 2, 3. There we go. Now we need to buy the cleaning brush, and it's almost nighttime. From what I understand, it closes at 2200. So now we're gonna do as much as we can before the day is over. Buy that brush. Okay, clean the base of the small cabinet. Of course, we have a small cabinet. There's always a small cabinet. But I'm gonna tell you like this. Look at this small cabinet. You see the wood, 40 pounds for 20 bucks. We will not be selling small cabinets. This thing will end up. Let me put you back up here until I can do something with you. No, no, you don't. Get, get, get over here. There we go. Drop you. Okay, let's go ahead and clean this up. Now, let's just take this in perspective. This base says 20 bucks, right? It's 40 wood. That's all fine and good. I love the new cleaning brush because even though I'm cleaning one part, it's actually cleaning something else. So it goes a lot faster because before this part used to take so long that I didn't want to do it, but I knew that this part was what was really going to bring us some money. So we just stuck with it. But it was a pain in the butt. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do what they're telling us to do. Hopefully we can get all this. I may not have enough of this thing. So we got the paint thing, and we're just going to use the default color. That's actually a pretty color. It's actually pretty. In this playthrough, I'm not going to worry about what color is which. I'm not going to try to. I don't think the colors give us more money. Is my point. And if the colors don't give us more money, I'm not going to worry about what color it is. It's going to stay on the default color, and that's going to be that. Okay. Renew the small cabinet door, clean and paint it. So we're going to set this bad boy over here. Bring this inside. Do the same thing with this that we did before. Boom, boom. And on the back. There we go. Now set that back. Do this, same color. And let's quickly go over it. And in the front, you realize how much paint we probably wasted. Now this one says wood 20, door small cabinet 10. Now I'm pretty sure it wasn't that much before. So let's go over here. Bam. Now this is a $75 item. We have now turned this item into something profitable, which is fine. And that's what you want to do. Okay, so let's stash it in the warehouse. Bam. Let's go to the laptop. We're going to just do what it tells us to do. We're going to sell it, choose it, bam. There, they gave us another 128. Now we need to buy the angle grinder. Angle grinder. There we go. Okay. Now, the whatever body that is, I'm not going to try to. Mossvich, pick it up, put on the renovation, do all that stuff. Okay. So we've got a few of these sitting around, as you can see. There's one flashing over there. There's one flashing over there. We've got two of them, two extras. So that's not a bad thing. We're gonna bring this bad boy in here. You're gonna sit there. Um, why does this look so close? Let me put this heater back over here. Sit down. Okay, so we're gonna do this to you and get all of this done. This reminds me of Car Dealership Simulator. But I have to admit, I played this before I played Car Dealership Simulator. So I'm not gonna necessarily compare it because Car Dealership Simulator was a different type of. It's still a simulator, but it's a different type of game. We didn't concentrate on just cars. Well, we concentrated on just cars in that one. Okay, paint it. Do I care what color it is? Guess what color it's gonna be? Yes, it's gonna be the default color. I might change it, but I would love to see a car. Like I don't see too many cars that are like a different, color. You see your basic black, blue, red, green, and I don't see as many brown cars. I have to admit that. But black, blue, red, and green is what I see a lot. You don't see a lot of teal. You don't see a lot of fuchsia. You don't. I mean, you see white, obviously. Okay, so we need to assemble this. This one is 140 bucks, right? As it is. We just need some wheels, which our wheels are over here. So we're gonna take this. We're gonna finish this car, and then we're gonna end the day. And let's turn you around. Another wheel. You would think that you have a lot of wheels over here, like, oh my God, we got so many wheels. No, no. These wheels will go very quickly. Trust me when I tell you. But we'll make it seem like we have a lot of them. Now we have a car that's worth 330. This car looks smaller to me. Now we have a car that's worth 330. So we can take this, and I am going to put you in there. Let's see how, well, I obviously don't have enough for the delivery point, but let's see how much the delivery point is. It is 200. So let's go in here, let's sell this, and then let's buy the delivery point. There, we bought it. Okay, now what does it want us to do? Now we need to buy the gate, workshop, infrastructure, gate, 300 bucks. So we need to make another $300. We could do it, but it's kind of dark. Um, I don't feel like running around here looking for stuff, but that goes in there. But you know what? We'll end the day. We gotta end the day via the laptop, so we'll do that. And that's down here in the right hand corner. And we're on day two. Day one went fairly well. I'm not gonna lie, it went okay. This is going into here. Paper. I almost put in the wrong one. Okay. Let's just go around and take a look. What I'm seeing is the plastic buckets and plastic stuff like this are actually very I can toss those in the thing. Now, okay. So you see this here, the small cabinet base. 20 bucks, 40 pounds. The door of the small cabinet, okay? 5 bucks, 20 pounds. Doesn't work for me. Now, it's $25, but when you fix them up, you get 75. So it turns it around for you. Still 60 pounds, but now you're going to get 75. That's still pretty good. Okay, I'm not going to lie. That's still pretty good. So if you decide that that's what you want to do with these, then by all means go ahead. I would rather put them in the wood thing. This is 60 wood, 60 pounds of wood. I would rather put them in the wood thing because I think that we get more money that way. But I'm gonna test that theory. This right here, I don't know. 300 pounds of metal, $100. If you need the money really quick, I would say go ahead and toss it in because you need that 100 bucks. But if you don't need the 100, don't do it. The cars are always worth fixing. Always. I don't even think you can throw those in any kind of thing anyhow. Yeah, I don't think you can. I really don't think you can. Okay, so we've got a couple of. Okay, let's just come back here. Can we even get back there? Toss that. Toss that. Toss that. I already forgot how much the thing was that we were trying to get. But it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Because we're just going to. We've got to go around and clean up this stuff too. Because it's going to have us go somewhere and get something with this cart. But we're going to do what the tutorial says, like I said. And then we're going to do other stuff. So I don't want to do a wholesale. Let's do the plastic. Plastic. Another thing that I noticed this had was the unload all. Now right there I can't do it, but here I can. that is so freaking cool. And it unloads it in a really good pile for you. It doesn't just toss it. Okay. Now, do I have enough to get the gate? I believe it was 300. Yeah, it was 300. Okay. Well, you know what? That's fine. This. Nope, not gonna do it. I could. Not gonna do it. Medium dresser. This is the big wardrobe. Not gonna do that one. I could. This is a 1-to-1. But the big. This has all the parts necessary. See, now, if I had a bunch of these doors, I would wait for the uh, wood thing, the chipper, whatever you want to call it. But I don't. So I might have to get this together. So let's look at it. At the state that it is now, that's $40. That's another 15 for both of those. That's 70, 90, $110. Let's see what we can turn it into. And we're just doing this for number one for science, but we're also doing it to see if it's really worth it. Which ones are worth it to kind of fix up? Because it's some of this stuff because of the time constraints and stuff that you have. I mean, let me take that back. You don't have time constraints on the game. It's a matter of what you want to do and what you're trying to spend your time doing, right? So what it comes down to is, do you want to take time to do stuff like this all day, or do you just want to grab stuff, bring it back, dump it, make money, rinse and repeat? Or do you want a combination of those things? And I think that makes a huge difference when it comes down to stuff like this, because this takes time. I mean, you see how much time it takes. Even with this, I don't have any upgrades to this stuff yet. I'm trying to follow the tutorial as close as possible. I think eventually the tutorial stops, but I don't know when. But it does give you some time in between each objective to get said objective. So you get to go do what you want to do. But I'm trying to get to the point where I can go to the different locations. Okay, I missed some spots, obviously, because it is not clean. Oh, underneath it. Nope, I did that one. Now it's clean. Okay. And guess what color it's going to be? Yep. The same as everything else. Actually, that's a nice looking cabinet. I would buy that if I saw that at the store for a reasonable price. Now, the price that it's going to end up being, nope, wouldn't buy it because I'm cheap like that. And I do not apologize for anyone for being as cheap as I am. When it comes to buying stuff for myself, I'm cheap as hell. I mean, I will buy myself the cheap shoes, the cheap pants, the cheap everything. But if I'm buying for someone else, I spare no expense. I will save up to buy people what I want them to have. And that's regardless of whether or not they want it or whatever. If I'm, like, for example, Secret Santa, we did a Secret Santa at work, and our budget was a certain amount. So I had to get creative to come up with something that I thought was, a little different. I didn't want to do anything that everyone else was going to do. Everyone else was going to go to the store and just start buying stuff, and that was that. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, hardly anybody kept to the $25 budget. Some people did, but I guarantee you some people didn't. My Secret Santa definitely did, because what she gave me was not was over $25. And I appreciate it though, because she felt like that's what she wanted to do for me. So I'm not gonna sit up here and rain on her parade and say, "Hey, you didn't follow the budget. You didn't." Nah, I'm not gonna do that. It's what she wanted to do. It was up to her. Would she have done it for anyone else? Don't know. So I felt special. I felt like she felt like I needed those things, and she made sure that I had them. So anyhow, um, I went over my budget as well. But I wanted the person who I was giving the stuff to feel like I had gone over my budget, even if I hadn't, because I wanted the experience. I had a guy that I was buying for, and he liked certain things. I mean, as people do, you like certain things, you have certain preferences. But it was rough to try to figure out how to get something that incorporated everything that he liked. Well, I managed to do it. It was hard to do, but I managed to do it. I managed to find something, and I had to make it myself. But I had to make it in a way that it didn't look like I had made. Because you know how back in the day when you used to make stuff for someone, it looked like a child made it, and it was regardless of what it was or anything like that. It looked like somebody made it. And unfortunately, people didn't put much value on handmade items. Well, we live in a different day and age now where handmade items are actually pretty valuable, pretty lucrative. The fact that someone took their time to make something for you. So what did I made something for him that incorporated everything that he said he liked. And he's very quiet, very passive, but I could tell he liked it. I looked at his eyes. I looked at how he was, and he actually said something. Oh, this is cool, and that's what he said. But I kind of wanted, I guess I expected more, but I realized in his own way that was, like the ultimate compliment I could get because of how passive he was and stuff like that. But yeah, I went over the budget because I really wanted him to have what I gave him. Now, see this, you can't even see it. So this, if I do another one of these, I might come up with a different color. Maybe I'll do the drawers a different color or something like that. Cause yeah, now you can't even tell what the hell it is. But you know what? I'm not trying to, get. Oh my God, there. Oh Jesus. Oh my goodness. Can we even? There we go. We have to have it at the right angle and everything. This is ready. This is now $330. It's 280 pounds of wood for 330. So it is more than $1 each. So what you have to determine is if you're going to do that for these things or if you're going to just, get rid of the wood, stuff like that. Now, if you're in a pinch, and maybe you don't have the time or whatever, then by all means. But see, as you saw, that is going to end up paying for what we need, the next thing that we need. So it was worth it to me because now we have the gate. Now, what does it want us to do? Visit a new place. Not gonna do that yet. This is not going. Let's see. This one. Yep. Come here. Uh, we probably could because we have some money. I would love to upgrade this first though. You know what? I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. Let's see. Cart upgrade. It's gonna cost 200 bucks. Then I'm not gonna have enough to. But you know what? $200, 200 capacity on this cart is gonna be huge. But is it? That's the question. Because what are we doing? You know what? I just thought of something. Yes, a light bulb just went off. Light bulb just went off. So the first, what level are we? We're level 3 already. So what can we get that we can't afford yet? This paper machine. $1,000. Okay, so that means we're gonna do some cars and stuff. That's what we're gonna end up doing. We're gonna end up doing some cars and stuff. But this is a paper baler. So what that means is I want as many of the blue bags. Where are them damn blue bags? Here they are. I want as many of these blue bags as possible. There's 20 pounds in there. It's 20 pounds in each. I don't know how many pounds we're going to need for it, but I'm here for it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go around for little stuff and see if we want to, like this, we're going to put this in the thingy. Hold on. Yeah, thingy. That's the, see, this is 66. This is, I don't think we can even do anything with this except to break it down. This one is 50 pounds. Nope. Yeah, I'm gonna do that one. Nope. Okay. Okay. So I think I'm going to put that in. I'm going to put this in. I should have come around with my cart, but I didn't. I might go ahead and make up some of this stuff. Come here. I might go and do the little cabinet thing because those are little, it's quick. Why did it stop me? Okay, so this can go in here. You're going to go in. I am going to, what did that say? 30 pounds. Nope. Not going to do it. What's this one? This is another 60. You won't, yeah, you'll fit now. See, it wouldn't fit at first, but it'll fit now. The wheel definitely won't touch. This metal I won't touch. We don't have that much around here that's just laying around that we can take advantage of. But see, now we have the dump site over there. So what that does is every so often they will dump trash right here. Within that trash is valuable though. So let's just put it in. Let's just not even try to act like we don't know that. This stuff though, I don't know why we can't do anything with the brick, but we're gonna get rid of it because it's all taking up space. Oh, that's not. Oh, that's a scrap block. See, that I don't like either because it says 120 pounds of metal gives us $100 in scrap. I don't like that. I don't remember if it's any different if I used kilograms. The kilograms probably does put it in better perspective. I probably should have left kilograms, but I didn't, and I'm not going back. Well, I might if I, in the next episode or something. But in this one, not going back. I'm gonna leave it the way it is because I'm gonna live with whatever choices I have made at the moment. That's right. I am going to live with whatever mistake that I've made, and we're gonna call it a day. Okay. So what are these? 6 pounds. Nope. Okay. So now we're going over to the metal. I see a chair over there. Boom. You're gonna go in also. Okay. I have 132 pounds of metal. You're in there. You're in there. And you're in there. Okay. 214. That's enough for me to probably go somewhere. Now, my first trip, I think, is going to be either I get a bunch of the paper, the bags of paper, the blue bags, or I look for stuff that's a quick sell item. Now, I'm going to go in here and I'm part, oh my goodness, that metal has a mind of its own. So I need to look for quick sell items. This metal sign is a quick sell item. This is other. I don't know what we can do with that yet. This can, and it's I want uh stuff that doesn't weigh a lot, but that gives me a nice little chunk of money. This is 10, 5, 30, 60. Let's see, 10, 30. And so we may go around here twice. Oh, there's money right there. That just paid for everything. Love it. I got so lucky with that. Now, that's the thing too. A lot of people come in here. Oh yeah, we're gonna get that. I need a wheel. I think we need to get. That's 40 pounds though. See this right here. I don't think we can sell that. But I am gonna get this. I normally don't see wheels here. We might just go ahead and see what we can get. I didn't look everywhere. Let's look over here. Oh, what's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? I don't remember seeing this here, but I'm not getting it. Oh, the metal tank. No, no, no. Another wheel. Do I need wheels right now? No, but should I get them? Probably. Probably. 20 pounds. One is going to be 20 pounds. All newspaper. Don't need it. Okay. Let me think about this. Hmm. Don't want to do anything with these bags yet. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to open these. 6 and 10. It's not bad. That's 40 pounds though. So we have to be careful with how many pounds we're taking in here. Okay. Nothing that kind of, I'm stuck in the tray. Nothing that kind of stands out here. Move. I want to make sure I'm not getting 4 and 3, 4 and 3. I think I want this wheel and take it because it is going to come in handy later. I just know it. In there. I'm going to take this bag of trash. Bag of paper rather. I'm going to go open up this black one. Gas cylinder, 60 bucks. I'm gonna take this. See, it's like when you get over here, because you're so limited in what you can do, you're making life choices around here. I'm gonna probably take this other wheel and probably that loudspeaker. I think I have. I didn't look to see how much was in here. Okay. I need 8. I think this was an 8. I'm stuck again. Now you can always go back twice. Okay, there we have it. That was perfect. Now if I come back, I would probably take all of the blue. I would rather not come back. Just let it reset and then go from there. Okay. So we've got everything. Now it wants us to buy the paper baler, which makes sense. Now the question is, where are we going to put all that stuff at? Because are we going? I think what I want to do, and I'm gonna be honest with you, is I want it close to where we dump our trash. So I might have them over here in this area because when we come back, we come this way first, right? So we come in here, we're already bringing in stuff like that. So, and then we have our garbage dump over there. So I'm thinking that's how I want this to be set up. And I might put them over here because this seems to be the bigger half. I don't know. But I don't want them too far from where we're going to be. Back here is where the cars and stuff probably should be because I have to assemble those. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to have sections of different things. I'm trying to make sure that I have some sort of organization going on. This is plastic. Goes in there. This is gonna stay with me. This was metal, I believe. Yes. Go in there. This was gonna go over there. Um, this over here. This is definitely metal. This is metal. I'm noticing the metal is what's kind of really giving me the quick money. Okay. So that gave me a few dollars. I'm closer to where I wanted to be. Not there yet. Not there yet. Now I could go back and try to get other stuff. I will spend 100, so that'll take me down to 554. The goal is to get 446 more dollars if I do that. But I have some of these vehicles over here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to start on those vehicles. These right here will give me 300 and some odd dollars, which will give me what I need. And I bet you guys were probably saying the same thing. So I'm going to go and grab these vehicles because we cannot put them in. I don't know what I'm doing with you. I might end up selling that. I don't see where we'll be able to put 300 pounds of something inside of one of these balers or whatever you want to call them, scrapper or what have you. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get this done. I'm gonna work on these two cars, and while I'm working on these, I'll bring you back when I'm done with these. So I'll see you in a bit. All right, we are back, and we have both of those vehicles done. It is 2200 on the game. It's been 2200 for maybe 5 or so in-game minutes. I mean, real minutes, not in-game minutes. But it's not that bad. Okay, so guess what color they are? I mean, I'm not gonna change the color yet. I'm gonna change it later. Trust me. So with these, they're 330 each. Gonna give us 660. Luckily, it gives us enough money to get what we need and to have some money left over. So we're gonna go ahead and buy this paper baler. There it is. We now have a paper baler. So let's go back here. It's lovely how everything comes in this small little box. So I think my original notion is going to be correct. I am going to go up here and I'm going to place our balers. I'm going to have, I think it was 6 of them, 6 of something that we could get. So I might have them all the kind of like the same way. You know, like I might have all of them facing a certain way. So this one looks like it goes up here and then we get the results out there. That's what it looks like to me. So maybe we should put this the long way, like so. And then I'm going to put it next to here. Great. The paper baler allows you to recycle paper waste. Place the required amount of paper waste into the machine to receive a paper bale. Let's see what the required 60 pounds. Okay. So I think I was semi correct in my initial notion of how I was going to determine what went in that thing and what didn't. So it's 3 of these, right? So if I had sold 3 of these by myself into the scrapper, the waste bin, whatever we want to call it would have been $30. Let's see what it would be if we are putting, see, and I can't see what's blue and what's black or anything. And we just received our first load of trash. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to see what that gives us. And we're going to try and see what one of these will give us as well as far as money. And then we will go from there. Now that's exactly 200 pounds. That's pretty sweet. Pretty freaking sweet. Okay, let's go toward the front. Now I know it's dark. I apologize for that, but I don't. Sometimes I don't want to waste the rest of this time. You know what I mean? Um, so I can do this. Let's see if I can unload it all there. Nope. Nope. No room. What about there? There we go. So all of them are piled right there, which is fine. Okay, what do we get out of here? Let's just, you know what? Wait a minute. My first things first. Let's take this. We're putting 3 of these in here to get a bale. Okay. I don't I don't know if you put any extra if you would get if it will carry over to the next load or if you will just lose it. So I'm being careful. So this is going to take about 3 or so minutes. So let's see what we got here. This is my cart. We got eight. We got metal. This is a different kind of drawer. Old radio, cardboard, paper. Yeah, big wardrobe. We've seen that. And this is a storage rack. A lot of metal. And a wood dresser. Now see, this one starts off kind of on the positive. So we've got 10 wood here and 20 for the drawer. So I do wonder. I think what I'm going to do is put together at least everything once to kind of get an idea. And I might keep a log of how much each thing is so that I can see if it's worth it for me or not. And then as I'm playing a little bit more, I'll determine all of that. And I've got a coupe car's trunk. Now that's interesting. And I have the metal part of the engine. What engine? I have not seen any of these vehicles that need an engine yet. So that's interesting. Now, I think we have a coupe. I'm going to look for this coupe. What was this, a table? Where's that coupe? I remember seeing a white car around here, a white body around here somewhere. Or did I? I may not have. I may be mistaken. I thought I saw it over here. Yeah, I may be mistaken. Nope, I'm not mistaken. So over here, we have our coupe. This needs everything. It's already 250 bucks though, but it needs everything. It needs wheels, it needs a hood, it needs a trunk, and it needs all four doors. So that might be interesting. So I'm going to take this and move it back here. And I think that's what I'm going to have back here are all of my vehicles. And then we're going to have I think all of our scrapping may be in the front. I don't know. We may change this later on because it works or whatever. These things should go in there because as you can see, they're 6 pounds. If I do 10 of these, that should be $50 if I put them in the scrap thing and in the waste thing, in the waste bin. But it's going to be whatever it is when it comes out of here. So we should be close to however much that's going to be when it's out of here. And we're also going to take a look. See, here's another coupe. I was looking all over the place and didn't even see those. And then we also got this humpback car body. So we've been introduced to two different cars. Well, three with the Mostovich or whatever it is. We've been introduced to three different vehicles. Let's destroy this thing. Anything else? Nope. Now these you won't see, 1,000 pounds bringing you $4,000 and nothing like that. You won't see that. I believe this coupe is going to be more than this humpback, and I think the humpback is more than the Masovich, if not similar to it because it's so small. But we'll see. Now this over here should be almost done. Um, what else we got? We got a lot of plastic waste. We got a big pile of garbage, so we have to unlock that. This is concrete. We need to destroy it. Plastic waste. But see now this is plastic waste, right? This is supposed to be yellow. You can't hardly see that it's yellow because it's so dark. So I am going to behave and leave it alone. Okay, we have our first bale of paper. 60 bucks. And it's 40 pounds. I mean, yes, it works. Okay. It shrunk 60 pounds into 40 and it's given us twice as much. So that makes sense, right? That makes sense. So I'm all for it. Okay. I believe that it's worth it if we look at it from a strategic thing. However, if we go in here to paper baler upgrades, we can go from 60 to 50. It's going to cost us some money. And then we can go down to 40. So what could happen is we could use only two of these at our peak when we max this out. We'll use two of these, which is $20 that we could get if we put it in the waste bin, but we'll end up with 60 from it. So we can triple it. Now we're doubling it, but we can also triple it. So I think it's worth it. I do think it's worth it. I am interested to know what the others would be though. And then as far as our delivery point, we can upgrade that as well. We can have more items coming in. I believe we only get 10 right now. We can have up to 25 items coming in each delivery. That could be good, but obviously that's going to cost because that first level itself is going to cost us 3 grand. Now this is good though because I like the time that it can take. It can take up to 10 minutes. We will be getting a ton of stuff coming in every 10 minutes. Right now it's doable. It's every 30 minutes. We can live with that. It gives us time to do other stuff without all of this stuff piling up so bad. But this first tier is 5 grand. So what that's telling me is we're gonna have a surefire way to make some good money because these upgrades are not that cheap. They're not cheap at all. Even just the first upgrades for each of these things, they're not cheap. This is probably the cheapest that I've seen go from 10 to 25, from the cart to the thing. The warehouse is the cheapest thing to upgrade. It just holds stuff. But that's not telling me that much, to be honest with you. And then we go into how many offers we get in the market. Right now we have 10. The very first one is 5, which is great, 750. This is probably going to be your cheaper upgrade too. One last thing I want to check before we sign out is I want to go to the market and see what's in the market. Because what I was doing in my other one was, oh, I forgot I knocked this down. Get over here, get over there. What I was doing in my other one was I was checking the market to see if it had certain things. Okay, now here, it's telling you this is a good price, right? So I can get 5 of these on the left for $11, 5 of these on the right for 14, and then I could literally go stupid making that thing. Okay, but it requires a lot. Now this is a medium dresser. This is something different. I don't think I've seen it. This is the washing machine. Now this obviously you can take these and flip them. So you can buy one of these and quickly sell it, right? Now this is telling you if you bought everything, you'll probably come out about even. So that's not a bad thing to have. But we can only have 10 items at a time in our warehouse. So honestly, what I probably would do is I would buy these two, and I'm going to do it right now. And then if I ever see the big wardrobe again, I'm going to try to put it together. I'm going to try to put it together and then make money from that. So that's potential of having a lot of money sitting there. These probably not. This one I wish I could, but I'm not going to spend more than enough. See, as you can see, I bought the good stuff. So now buying everything else makes no sense according to this. But I'll probably end up buying that if I could. But once you go to the next day, all of this changes, which I'm not willing to spend all my money on it anyway. Now it's asking me to buy a license. So let's see about that, right? License, paper. 250. Not bad. I could have just bought it then, but we'll wait. We'll build up, we'll make some money. I think what I'm going to do is use a little bit of time to organize some of this stuff, throw some stuff in the baler. Like this is going in the baler, this is going in the baler. I need 10 of these, which would be 50 bucks. If I had just put it in there an extra $10, is it worth it? Don't know. I don't even know if we got experience for it. I didn't even look. Didn't even look, and I should have. So, guys, that's going to be it for this first episode. It went kind of long, and I apologize for that, but I enjoy this game. I enjoy games like this where you're taking stuff like this and turning it into something else, like recycling, tycooning, all that sort of thing. So if you like the video, please leave me a like, subscribe and see what else we can come up with. Subscribe or let me know what else you would like to see played, or if there's other games that you think are similar to this that I should play. I'm all for it. Until the next video, this is just trying to play it, saying please stay safe, everyone.